Welcome everyone. This is Intuitive Air by Be a Messenger LLC. I feel like strongly that there's a message in the cards for someone today. It is a collective message, but I'm getting the impression that it may be really particular, a part of it may be really particular to one person, but welcome aboard. I hope that the messages resonate for you and that they're useful for you. And today I am using Oracle of the Seven Energies. It's a really beautiful deck that I get a lot of messages from, so I really do connect with this actual deck. And so let's jump into these messages. All right, so I'm going to do a 6-card spread, which is my usual. I like to get as many messages as possible for all of you. All right, so we have the storyteller that came out first, and there's a key that we're going to be looking for here because I see the key and the feather, which is ancestor presence for me today, and there's also the uncharted sea. All right, and opening to discovery, and I've also got tender embrace and higher view. This is a strong connection for me to this card. I get a lot of angel messages through this particular card because you can see the wings very clearly on it. Also too, there's a card called the Land in Between. All right, so let's see what we've got here. The message that's coming together so far from the cards is I'm still drawn to this first card that came out, the storyteller. And I get the message that someone has a story to tell, whether it be a story that they need to write down, or it's their own personal story that may benefit others. And this, writing things down, because this, you notice that this book does not have any writing in it yet. So that tells me that this is something that is a new endeavor. It has not started yet. And the uncharted sea, what that tells me, since it's next to the storyteller card, is that this story that someone has to tell, whether this is in written form or not, is something that that you don't usually do. This is something that's very new for you, and that's why I think uncharted territory, uncharted sea is here for you, because this is a representation of something that's going to be a new story. It may even be a new story about a part of your journey. Let's see where it actually goes. So opening to discovery, and I've got tender embrace here as well. And what I'm getting from these cards is that this uncharted sea, this storytelling that's going to come together for you, is something that you're open to discovering. So what that really says to me is that although this is uncharted territory for you, if this is your story, it seems that you're really open to it, and you're ready to discover more about yourself as you go on this journey of writing this particular story. And I'm getting it more clearly now that it is going to be a story that's written, okay? And it doesn't look like it's something that, if this is your message, has started for you yet. So this is going to be very new, all right? And then I also have here the Land in Between, which is right next to the opening to discovery part. And what that really is focusing on, I'm drawn to the number 4 on the card as well. And so with 4, that's about foundations, hard work, being practical, that sort of thing. But if you notice here that there are 2 bridges to the same island, okay? So what that tells me is that as you go on this storytelling journey for yourself, or writing this story for yourself, that's going to be a time when there are going to be, no, let me say this differently, I'm being corrected. Okay, so when someone goes on this storytelling journey, they're going to be presented with two directions, and it'll seem like these two directions are going in opposite directions, but they're actually going to lead you to the same place. It's just a detour on the journey for you, but it's going to lead you back to this story that you need to tell. And this could be storytelling that has to do with something that has occurred for you. And I'm getting to, for some of you, this storytelling is going to be something that's not connected to anything that's happened for you. It's going to be like in the original story, and I'm getting the word novel. Okay, so it's going to be that. And this is something that I feel that some trepidation for some of you, because this is uncharted waters. But you're ready to go forward. That's why I see the opening to discovery, because you are ready to go forward with this. And in addition to the ancestor, see the feather here, the ancestor guidance for you that you're going to be getting, you're also going to be getting some angelic energy too, because I keep looking at these wings. So I think that means there's going to be some angelic support there to get you going in the direction you feel like is going to be best for you in order to get this story out. And what I also see on this card, see how it looks like she's riding the wings, but this is actually an eagle. So for those of you who are more abreast on the information for spirit animals, I would definitely look into the eagle and see if that's something that is relevant for you. But here it just looks very looks very dramatic, and she's riding on the eagle, so she's being carried where she needs to go on the back of this eagle's gigantic wings here. Okay, so the eagle spirit is something that's going to be pulling you through on this journey as you try to get this story out. And I'm getting to that for some of you, it may not be a written story. It may be a story you orally tell. So for some of you, this could be presenting at some type of conference, or in some way being on stage and the center of attention, being there for you to tell something about your story. And I'm getting to that for some of you, this is a story about your life. For others of you, this is going to be a story that is about your spiritual awakening. I just heard that. It's about your spiritual awakening. So if some of you have been on this journey, this journey of embracing your spiritual supporters and your spiritual development, then know that it's time for the story to be told. And as you do this, you're going to have this spiritual support from angels and from an eagle spirit. Okay, so definitely that's coming for you. And this card is called Higher View. So I think what it calls you to do too is, as you are proceeding on this journey of self-development and of this story you're ready to tell, because it gives me the impression that this is going to be soon, or this is a story that you're already ready to tell. You're just deciding how you want to actually tell this story. And I'm getting the impression too that it's a story that many people are going to resonate with, whatever is your story that you want to tell. And with this card, the Higher View, what it's asking you to do as you tell this story and go into uncharted territory, because this is something you probably have not done before, or who's ever strongly resonating with this is something that you haven't done before, and this is something very new for you. All right, but it's asking you to take a higher view of how you choose to tell your story. Okay, take a higher view of how you want to tell your story. Okay, and there's going to be someone along the way with this tender embrace card. What it's bringing in for me is that there's going to be a physical person on your journey that's going to be very encouraging to you. And this is someone that you have a close relationship with, someone who is really supportive to you, and that's going to be a clue to telling your story or getting it ready for you to tell it. But higher view is right next to tender embrace. So what that actually tells me is that this other person, in order to help you get ready to tell your story, this other person in your life, wrong card. This other person in your life is going to help you learn how to move forward and tell the story. Okay, this person that you're close to, someone that whose embrace you feel is kind, warm, loving, and supportive. So this, and maybe this person has the eagle energy of helping you get where you need to go. But it definitely sounds like you're going to have a lot of support on this journey. Let me pull out another couple of cards, because I want to be able to tell you a little bit more about this. Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple more. Oh, okay, all right. So what popped out is waking the lion. So this is some great passionate energy. So I think that what's going to happen for you is, as you go into uncharted waters and tell this story or write this story, this is going to be a huge positive energetic uplift on your journey. This lion is and it may be a Leo involved too in some way, not necessarily a Leo sun, but someone who has Leo in an important position or aspected in an important way in their chart. Okay, also too, what I'm getting as well, because of all the stars on the picture, is that maybe this support is coming from a passed over ancestor who was a Leo. Okay, or was somebody who had a lot of passionate energy, and they had a really big personality, somebody who was maybe dramatic or spoke in a very commanding and authoritative way. But this support is going to come to you, and it landed next to tender embrace. So in addition to having someone physically on this journey that's going to be helping you, who may be a Leo, you may have someone who has transitioned, an ancestor, maybe this person you may not have even met. You may not have even been on this earth at the same time, but they are one of your ancestors. But I strongly am getting the impression that you're going to have a lot of support, and it's going to be important to you to have this support of the lion, because that's what's going to help you push through and get your story told or get your story written. Okay, and I also got here too that there's someone who has transitioned who is very happy that you're going to tell this story. But I don't know what this story is about, but you do have some support of someone who has transitioned, who is very supportive, and who is very happy that you're telling this story. So for some of you, this may be a family story that you're telling, that a family story that involves you, that could help a lot of other people. Or it may be a story that isn't directly related to your family or your lineage or your ancestors, but it's something that you're going to draw energy from them in order to write it or tell it. Okay? All right. And what I also got here, the other card that I pulled out right next to the storyteller, the one I pulled out is endless possibilities. Okay, and that is just awesome, because this tells me that what you're going to write or what you're going to orally tell others, what you're going to put out there as your story, is going to be something that uplifts you in a lot of different ways. Okay, and to tell this story or write this story, You may have other ways, excuse me, you may have other ways that you will be able to communicate this story, okay? Endless possibilities. And see how those stars go up, up from her third eye, up above her? That lets me know that it's going to be really helpful for you as you contemplate going on this journey with telling your story. It's important that you connect with your spiritual support. They are going to be really valuable in making sure you have everything that you need in order to tell this story. And there are going to be a lot more possibilities about how you get this story written, how you get this story told, than you may realize at this time. So there may be a lot of opportunities around how you tell this story. But I keep coming back to this lion, and it just feels like a Leo here, but I keep coming back to this to let you know, I think that the support from this spirit guide, this ancestor, this person that has passed over and has transitioned, this is going to be where most of your support will come from. It is the support of this one who came before you that is going to help you get this story read or help you get this story told. And all of this, I come back to Uncharted Sea, all of this is new for you. All of this this may be something that you may have never thought of seriously doing until recently. Okay? And it has a lot of water energy in this card, and for me the water is very much like emotion. So maybe there's something about this story you want to tell that is very emotional for you. Okay? It could be a very emotional story for you. And when you think about that, it's going to lead you down a path as you prepare to tell the story, even after you've told the story already or committed to an idea about how you're going to tell the story. What I see here, this is the opening to discovery card. And I think you're going to, in preparing this and in moving this project along where you tell this story, I think what you're going to learn is more about yourself than you do now. It's going to give you another way to look at things, but it's going to help you discover a lot of things about yourself. And that green in the middle, it seems for me that's some prominent earth energy for you that's going to help you get through it. And I see these stars as well. And I think that you're going to really enjoy where this journey takes you of telling this story. And I think you're going to be happy to learn things about yourself, and I heard too your lineage. So they're going to be different things for you to learn on this journey, but it's going to be a really positive experience. And and I keep looking back at this card too. This particular reading focuses a lot on the story to be told. And it also focuses a lot on how you're going to tell it. You've got lots of options here, but you've also got a great deal of support. I see a great deal of support in 3 out of 8 cards. So that lets me know, 4 out of 8 cards. And that have some type of ancestor or spiritual guide, angel that's going to be working with you. So this is a big emphasis during this reading on the support that's available to you, because I think this is going to be a very important story that many people need to hear. It's going to be an uplifting story, whether it's your life stories, something about your path, or whether it's a new story you want to write about something else. And I'm getting here too, career. So for some of you, you may have a career that's very different than writing stories. Okay, you may have a career that's something totally unrelated to this idea that you are contemplating now. But I am here to tell you that there's a lot of support available to you. There's a lot of options on how you want to tell it, these endless possibilities. I think you're going to find, if this hasn't If this hasn't happened for you yet, where you've decided what your story is going to be, you're going to eventually decide what the story is, how you want to tell it, and also too, you're going to have both physical and transition supporters that are going to help you get this story prepared and help you to get it out. And you will find that, perhaps what you've been doing all this time, where it seemed like it was really different than writing this story, come to find out is leading you to the same place. Just like these two bridges, they're going to the same place. They're just taking different routes. Okay? And perhaps for some of you, that's part of it as well. That you were doing something that you thought was very different from writing a story, but come to find out, it's leading you in the same direction as writing this story. So I want to, just encourage you to keep going on this part of your journey. Also to be aware that there are many supports available to you. Some you see physically, some you may not. But I do encourage you to find a meditation practice that can open you to perhaps this transitioned person who came before you. Now, when you're doing meditation, definitely do some research, because you want to invite in your divine protectors, not all the others, because not all of your spiritual supporters have your best interest at heart. So you want to ask just for the ones who are the divine ones that can be most helpful and most supportive to you, because they are here. They are here. Your spiritual supporters are here on the table in most of the cards. And I think this is a message that's asking you to connect with them. They want to help you, and they want you to know who's helping you, okay? They want to introduce themselves. So I hope that that's something that you feel open to. Like here, open to discovery. I think this is what they want you to be open to. Not only discovering more about yourself as you tell this story, but open to discovering who's been helping you all this time that has transitioned already. And I'm hearing specifically all this time. So the supporters that you have here now, it doesn't seem like they are new to you. It seems like they've been around for a while. You just didn't know that they were there. But they want you to know they're there, and they want to connect with you. So I hope that is something that you feel comfortable doing, to make sure. You can also get a personal reading from someone. You can also see a spiritualist if you would like, to learn more about who your spiritual supporters actually are. But there's a lot of people here. I feel that there's a lot of love on the table, even though these are not the cards that usually indicate love for me, but it's all this spiritual support and all this physical support you have now. And I just am getting this overwhelming feeling that there are a lot of people who love you, and a lot of people who want you to tell this story. And that leads me a little more to believing that perhaps for some of you, this is a story that involves your lineage, people who came before you. This is a story about not just you, but others who came before you. And also too, these others who come before you, especially this one that keeps getting my attention. There's somebody who's transitioned who loves you very much, and they want you to know that they are with you, and I heard here, defend you to the very end. That might be words that someone who has transitioned has told you in the past, but it is this passed over loved one. Even if you didn't know them during your time here now, they want you to know that they are there, and they want you to know that they are going to support you, like it says, to the very end. And I think it's for this person, I'm getting to that for this person, your current story is in some way related to their story when they were here. And they want you to tell it because they want you, they want others to know that they existed. And they want others to know that they are so proud of you. Whoever this is, they're really proud of you. And they want you to tell your story. And, you know, all of these cards on the table are just letting me know that they are there for you. The spiritual support is very strong here. And it's going to take you through some things that perhaps you didn't know about yourself. For some of you too, I'm getting the impression that for some of you, it's going to be like a 23andMe report. It's going to be some kind of way that you're going to learn that you're connected to this person in some way. And it may only be that it reveals their name when they were here. It doesn't necessarily indicate that they were here at all during a time that you were. I get the impression they came before you. But it's something about them that in a book or some kind of report, you're going to find out about them. Okay, this one in particular, this one that's dominating, this one that's determined, this one that has big passion and energy. Okay, and they may have been someone who had a lot of passion and energy. That's how they lived their lives when they were here. But some kind of way, your two stories are similar in some way. And these folks are ready. You know, whoever this is ready. And I said these folks, so it may be more than one of them that's recommended, that's represented here. But they want you to tell this story. They want you to perhaps write it down. And they're going to be here. See that feather? And the ancestors will be with you, to help guide you in telling the story in a way that it is most meaningful. Okay? But whatever you would like to do, however you want to tell it, there are lots of ways you can do it, so you'll figure that out. But this story is going to turn out to be one that is very emotional for you as you go through the process of discovering. And for some of you, it's discovering who these people are, or this person. Okay, the ones who came before you who have something in common with your story that you want to tell now. It's a story that I think is more connected to your lineage than it is to just you, but you may not know that now, that your story is connected in some way to your lineage. So I think that's going to be important for you. But you know, it's like screaming from the table, you know, that your ancestors, angels, spirit guides, you know, all of this ancestral and other support is really wanting to let you know that they're there for you. Okay, if you didn't know they were there then, you know now. And they want you to know who they are. So definitely picking up a spiritual practice that can help you become more open to your divine supporters who want to help you. Okay, they want to help you tell your story. So for whomever this was for, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope all of you enjoyed the reading, even if the whole thing didn't resonate for you. But I think it's very clear here that there is a story to tell, and there are folks who came before you who now want you to tell it. And I just got a message when I was saying that for some of you, those of you who have African ancestors, this is connected to a story about an ancestor who was enslaved here in the U.S. Okay, so and I'm getting to when I look at this book, you have some information on this person, or it's available somewhere in your family, this person's name or who they were. So I would search any records you have, pictures you have about others in your lineage that came before you, because there may be a book that has this ancestor or these ancestors' information in them. But the story that's going to be told involves those who came before you, and what it also involves is they want me to tell you that they're very proud of you. Okay? They're very proud of you. All right, well, that's all I've got for today. Intuitive Air signing off. Thank you so much for being here with me today to get these messages. I hope they were helpful to you. And when you get a minute, definitely check out the description box on all of my videos. It has some information on some merch that's available to you as well. I do have spiritual messages, spiritual messaging merchandise that may be of interest to you. The website is in the description box below, but definitely stay tuned for more readings. I hope this one, really resonated for you, because this is an important story for someone who came before you, even if you didn't personally know them. They want you to know that they are here for you. They are proud of you, and they want to be your biggest supporters as you tell this story. All right, everybody, thanks. Bye.